The most realistic online racing sim ever made.
Okay.
This is iRacing.
40 seconds till my spot.
Detailed laser scan tracks. Fully dynamic, real-world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
5 seconds. Mics are hot. I have the intro. Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Turn 3 Racing Network. As tonight we're here with the Dirty Old Bastards 410 Knoxville Nationals. Tonight is the night of Hard Knocks. Qualifying has gotten underway, and Dustin, Big Money Sergeant, out on the speedway. In the booth with me here tonight is none other than the illustrious, the handsome, and the one-of-a-kind, the one, the only, Andrew May. Andrew, how you doing tonight?
Oh, we're doing a lot better now.
Well,
Let's get Hard Knocks underway.
I agree. Qualifying is underway. Dustin with a time of 15.48. Now out on the speedway is Joseph Johnson. Johnson, one lap of qualifying, turning a 15.63. Next one out, Gary Offit. And Andrew, why don't you call the next three?
All right. Offit out of turn 3 and 4. And his official time will be a 15.672. Dylan Berg will start his qualifying run in a 1 and 2. A little bit of a slider line from both these guys here to start. Usually early in the night, that's the fastest way around Knoxville to carry momentum and get off the corner. Dylan Berg will run his time at 15.761. Next up is my best buddy, Jeremy Zarfos. He's a longtime runner of the iRacing Pennsylvania Posse League and one of the best photographers that I know. Great dude. Hopefully he can put down a good lap here for the Brent Mark Sim team, the Pennsylvania Posse, and everybody involved with that. He runs a 4.60. That's quick time. Top of the board, Jay-Z.
Cannon Posey out on the speedway. Posey running, if I recall correctly, that was the Kings Royal Tyler Walker paint scheme. Posey out on the speedway. One lap for each driver here at Knoxville. And Posey moving into third quick with a 15.59. Next out, Cody Bodie. Cody was in the prelims last night and had the night he wanted, so here he is. Third quick. Jesse Deckis out on the speedway. Jesse in the 34 on the throttle. Down the backstretch. So far, everyone running very similar lines.
Little cut down there out of Jesse.
Little cut down. And the 34 moves to third quick. So Jay-Z sitting on top. And Andrew, take the next one.
All right, Brandon Guyswait in a 1 and 2 there. Once again, slider lines, kind of the way these guys are going to go. Same thing down in 3 and 4. You can make a lot of time doing it. Also, when the track gets slicked off there, the cut down comes available. 15.528 for Guyswait. Next up is Tyler Brenning. He's going to rip a lip here in 1 and 2. Something a little bit different. May have tagged the wall there coming off 2.
That's not going to be good.
Slider in 3 and 4. Yeah, that's not good if he did hit it. And he did, because his time did not register. Looks like they're looking for 225, Taylor Wineland. There he is.
Yeah, Joseph
All right,
Groom
next up
sitting
is-
on the infield. Taylor Wineland getting
He's
up
waiting
to
on
speed.
Taylor. I'm not sure if he got a bad load or what happened there, but he's under power there on the backstretch.
All right, so Wineland under power off of turn number 4. He's going to get the green flag. Ooh, caught the inside berm a little bit. That's going to cost him a bit of time down the back stretch. 25 down to the bottom. He stays committed to the bottom. A little bit of sideways action through 3 and 4, but across the line he goes. And Taylor right now finds himself in 10th. Joseph Groom next up on the clock. He's going to run call that a modified slider line.
Yeah.
Changed it 3 different times. Good enough for 11th. And he shuts it down. Next up is the 2:22.22.2 of Weston Newell. Andrew?
That's an OG right there, man.
We know a little bit about this guy.
Yeah, he's OG, man. He was a big posse member back in the day. Being from Missouri, for some reason they let him run, but pretty good dude.
Well, good enough to set quick time for right now. All right, that being said, we're moving on to the next group. So if you can see a driver who is out there.
Yep, Rick Main is currently on track. I didn't see the first 2 corners, but 3 and 4 he's sliding, coming out of 4 here. And he's got a 450, 15.449, it now corrects itself. So he is second quick.
He is second quick. Josh Whiteman out on the speedway. Bradley Cox going to follow suit, but Whiteman's
he's been MIA a little bit from DOB, but man, he was pretty good back about a year ago. 517 for him.
Bradley Cox in the 45. On the high side, getting a little close to the wall, coming off a 2. Slider line through 3 and 4. Knox across the line. He's going to put himself
Quick time.
on top with quick time at a 15.39. Lots of speed in this track still, according to Cox. Ryan Strain out. Andrew, go ahead.
Yeah, Strain is out of turn at 2 here. Looks like he ran a slider line. If you can get down deep in there, you can make some time. I think you really have to get down there on the berm like Bradley Cox did and make speed. Strain's with 377. That's quick time.
A 15.37 good lap time there. Yancey Beasley out on the speedway. He is under green flag.
He looks more comfortable than he did last night.
Good enough for 8.
Tyler Luce up next.
Ooh, rough start down the backstretch. Gather it in. You haven't taken the green flag yet. You're not under pressure just yet.
So he gets a deep slider in a 1 and 2. You can catch that cushion right off the exit at 2. There's a slick spot, but you can slide up over top of it. You can get a good run out of the corners, and he did it pretty well there. That's how Bradley Cox and Strain also made a lot of time. He runs out 472, puts him 6th.
Ryan Avila in the 49. Next one out. Avila from the DPR stable. The 49 going to move up to second quick with a 15.38. David Allen, the next one out there, Andrew.
As he, just like everybody else, gets up in there early, gets a little crossed up there on the top of 2. He pulls it down low, try to save something here. It's out of 4. 15.778, not horrible for getting crossed up on the cushion there. Greg Robinson is going to roll right through the middle. he's going to catch the exit up top. I don't know if anybody's tried that just yet. He's going to go right through the middle. Again. Cuts down a little bit. 738.
Robinson good enough for 17th. James Rooney out on the speedway in the 27. Down the back stretch. Trying to hit 3 and 4. Looking nice and straight through 3 and 4 in the 27. And across the line, and he finds himself in 17th. Jacob Harris in the 10. Next one out on the speedway. Harris through 1 and 2 cleanly. Getting through the corners cleanly is important. You got to get through them fast as well. A lot on the line here in Hard Knocks. Harris good enough for 14th.
It says Jacob Harris is from Iraq, so that's a long way to Knoxville.
Oofta.
As Jimmy Childers is out on track, he runs slider into 1 and 2, pulls it down. Deep slider into 3 and 4. If he can keep it up there, that's where those guys made a lot of time. In the Steve Kinzer car, I like that. 439 out of Jeremy Childers, and I believe that is 5th.
Yep, good enough for 5th place.
Mason Smith with a slow pace here. I'm not sure why he didn't go right off the rip. He's gonna kill himself on this lap. He had no momentum to cross the flag.
Yeah, that car's still not up to full song.
Yeah, he's got that wing pull back, but 16.643, Mason Smith.
About half a second slower than everyone else. All right, as we go into the next group, who is our next driver out, Andrew?
Kyle Sargent out on the track. He's coming out of 4 right now. For his first lap, he's ripping a cushion with a cut down out of 2. You can make some good speed there, and if you can make it work. But he's through the middle in 3 and 4. He might catch that slick right off the exit of the corner. Gets it on the left rear. A decent lap, 15.882. Trevor Royer is up next. This is another guy that runs a Posse League. He's won a lot of races. There's a lot of track championships, and I believe he is the current point leader at Williams Grove for the Pennsylvania Posse iRacing League. He has a fast car. He's pretty good at ripping the top. So Royer runs a 487.
Good enough for 10th. Bangler in the 39. Next one out on the speedway.
Little Ed Litch Jr. action here.
Oh yeah. Good call. I see that now.
It's a car he ran for a long time. And he had a little bit of a different paint scheme last night. Not so lucky, I guess, but he's 4th quick right now.
Dean Reynolds. Next one out on the track here at Knoxville. Got to be careful going into 1 and 2, otherwise you end up on the road that's right there. That wall gets higher every year, and every once in a while someone finds a way to go over it still.
They were just trying to take a shortcut to Dingus. Jeff Ivan is out next with a slide job in a 1 and 2. Looks like a Jack Hodenshield throwback there. Pennzoil yellow car. It's always a good looking car. He's got a 15.669.
Aiden Stoll out on the speedway now. Down the back stretch through 3 and 4. Trying to get that right rear up to the cushion. Looked like a little bit of a hard turn there. Costing just a bit of time. He's going to find himself 20th.
Next up, Joey Henson, a 14 car. Got a slide job in a 1 and 2. As somebody clears off the track, he catches a wall there. I'm not sure if that's because the guy in front of him was ghosted there or what happened there. But he finished his lap. I don't think it's an account though. That car sitting on track, I think, is what he reacted to.
Jace Schaff is the next one out. Tough break for Joey. That's the way it goes sometimes.
Yep.
A lot of racing to be had, and if that car's good, it'll find a way to the front. So Jace finds himself 20th. Andrew Corey Denson out next.
For Denson, he's going to rip right through the middle and catch the exit there. You know, I guess a change up a line might be what some of these guys need. They're following each other in there, and the more cars that run on that thing, the slower it's going to get, so you got to change it up and hope for the best. 681, that's better than the last couple guys, so worth it. Larry Moody in a 1 and 2 with a deep slider. And he kind of cuts down through the middle there. I think you want to get up high and get the meat off the cushion there to get the run off the exit, but he does it in 3 and 4 pretty well. He's got a 790, 15.790.
Dylan Workman in the 21, next one out. Trying to qualify here at Hard Knocks. 34 drivers have taken a time so far. Workman looking to be the 35th, but not slot into 35th. And he is going to cross the line. He finds himself 27th. Brandon Steele in the 5, next one out. Steele, a little bit crossed up coming off a 2. Hugs the bottom, touches the inside berm, washes the car up, cost him a little bit of time. Steele gonna end up 32nd. I think that's a lap he'd want to have back.
Yeah, for sure. As here comes the 95 of Dakota Coon DK Bumpers. A little bit about Dakota's crew chief for Jordan Givler the last, I don't know, a lot of years. And they're finding speed every week in real life. So hopefully DK can find some here. As he runs a 637, 15.637. Not bad for going out late for DK.
Yeah, slots in the 23rd spot. All right. Qualifying continuing on. We're into the next group. Pulling out.
Jack Young.
I was going to say Jack Young in the 10.
40 missed his spot. Jack Young, another guy out of the Posse League, VMAR guy. One of my best friends for the last few years on iRacing. You know, and we've had each other's back for a long time, so really appreciate everything Jack's done for me, and hopefully he can put one down here. He had a rough prelim night last night. I think he put down a decent lap, but just misfortune, the heat, and the I believe the B or C main. Jack's gonna put down a 6:17. That's a decent time for how late he went out.
All right, we got to know who is the handsome model on that top wing.
Oh, that's Chris Roberts himself, Mr. DOB.
Oh,
Trayton Sander now in a 3 and 4. Yeah, that top wing looks pretty good, doesn't it?
Oh yeah. Now the only question.
Sander was 597. So there's still some time there.
Yep. 20th spot. Tony Dominguez out. While Tony is out there qualifying, I just gotta know, how'd y'all convince Chris to take his shirt off?
Well, I'm not sure. I think he did it by himself. I think he wanted to show off a little bit, I believe. Dominguez gets the wall. Yeah, he caught the wall there on the exit of the corner. Adrian Featherson up next here.
Adrian out on the speedway, the 18. Going to go the high side all the way through 1 and 2. Down the back stretch, got some momentum built up there. Again, sticks it on the high side, just above the slick. 18 off of turn number 4, gonna put himself 39th.
Yeah, these guys got to get their left rear side of the slick there. In qualifying time, you have to be up either up on the cushion or underneath of it. You got to cut down. You can't run through the slick, especially on these qualifying laps. It means so much. Ryan Scheidt into 3 and 4, who won the Capitani Classic. I actually went back and watched Scheidt with a 5:48, pretty good lap time. I actually went back and watched Scheidt that night to see what he did to run that thing, and he put that thing right on the cushion, right underneath the bumps, and just ran away with that Capitani Classic. Damian Leonard up next here. He's going to rip the top, and it looks like he's going to follow suit in 3 and 4, cut down a little bit off the exit. But 5.9 at 3.7.
That slots him into 38th. Ross Carenta, the next one out. Ross gonna find himself with a late run here, as 42 drivers have posted a time so far.
Ross has been one of those guys that's been around a long time, and he can compete with anybody. 4.99 out of Ross there.
Yep, moves up into 12th.
Trey Schmidt, another guy that's been around a long time. I believe he's was running with Tony Stewart Racing. I mean, that's that's probably 5 or 6 years ago, and looks like the same team stuck together here as he's still got that Tony Stewart on his car. 15.664.
Lynn Reinhardt, the next one out. Looks like we got two cars.
On track.
James Seawright.
Lynn Reinhardt and Seawright.
All right, double car qualifying this time. Reinhardt.
Yeah, I'm not
39th.
I'm not sure what Chris is gonna do about that. He's asking James to pull off. Chris is asking to pull off.
He is pulled.
He went early.
Chris likes to give you penalties, so there's going to be like a ton of them coming out for him.
I've been there. I've had my fair share.
And Chris is all about the penalties.
I think he does it for fun. He likes it. Especially Pennsylvania guys, PA Posse guys. He loves handing out penalties for no reason.
Oh, there's always a reason. He just kind of makes them up as he goes along.
Yeah. Yeah. So next on the track is Joseph Grandy, another guy that runs in the Pennsylvania iRacing Posse League, and Grandy's been running a while. I don't know a whole lot about the guy, but you know, it seems like every year he just continues to get better, and he's pretty good at these big tracks. He's gonna try to get some momentum here out of turn 3 and 4. The cushion's pretty bumpy, so if you get up on that thing, you better be ready to hold a wheel, because it'll throw you about every direction you don't want to go. He's gonna run a deep slider in a 1 and 2, and looks like he's gonna follow suit again in a 3 and 4. Got a little cross up in the center of the corner, and runs off. Pretty good run off the corner. 15.584. Not a bad lap there for Joseph Grandy going out that late.
All right, I don't know if you're able to pay attention to YouTube chat, but there is a Dakota Kahuni wants to know what your favorite word is.
That is a DK Bumpers. What is my favorite word? Dakota knows what it is. I don't know why he's being weird.
That's all right. I got even. I called him Dakota Kahuni.
Well, that fits him. So who we got left here, or was that it?
Jason Setzer is on the track.
Okay, he's the one that missed his spot earlier. Right in front of Jack Young.
Moves up to 35th. Let's see who comes out next.
I believe that is it for qualifying. The last guys all hit the wall or got penalized for going out early. So he's going to go right into the heat races here. 4-car invert, 4 hard Knox night, 4 make it to the auto advance into the feature, and then 4 out of the B main.
All right, so that's going to do it for qualifying. As we move on into racing, let's get. Well, I gotta hit the right buttons here. Look at our lineup for heat race number 1. Dean Reynolds, Trevor Royer on the front row. Row 2, Jeremy Childers and Brian Strain. Row 3, Joseph Grandy and Jack Young. Jeff Ivan, Dylan Workman make up row 4. Row number 5, Brandon Steele and Joseph Groom. Tyler Benning bringing up the tail of the field. So heat race number 1, ready to roll out. And how many did you say transfer out of each heat race?
4. There's 5 heat races, so 4 will advance on to the A main. because of there was 4. Kenny Hoffman wanted to ruin it and go 5, so we have 5 heat races. Got some posse in this one. Got Trevor Royer off the front row and Jack Young. Looks like he'll start 6th. But Trevor, man, he rips the top, and he had a good run going last night. Crashed in the heat race, made his way through the C main, believe won the C main, and in 2 laps went like 21st to 12th in the B main, and got caught up in a crash. He had nowhere to go. I think he would have made it the whole way through if that thing goes green, or that wreck doesn't happen right in front of him. He was flying last night. So I believe if he gets through this heat race pretty clean, I believe he will. I think that he could be one of these guys that'll be the top 4 of the transfers tonight, lock into the A main tomorrow.
All right, here we go. Lights are out on the pace truck. Reynolds, Royer on the front row. Everyone else going to have to try and figure out how to get around them. We get ready to drop the green flag, and we are underway for the first time tonight here in heat race action. Reynolds with the jump got through 1 and 2 cleanly. Royer slots into 2nd. Brian Strain into 3rd.
A little contact in the back there. Everybody seems to keep it going. That's good. When you're racing this hard, man, every little mistake, it screws up the guy in front of you, the guy behind you, and the guy 2 rows behind you somehow, and they all kept going there. There's Warriors running down Reynolds here for the lead.
Taking a peek to the inside, the 90 dives down to the bottom, throws a slider, and Reynolds
got some contact in the back. Oh my. Yeah, Jack Hodenshield car caught a right rear Jeff Ivan, and then I'm not sure who the white car was there, just finished him off. Tyler Branning, nowhere to go. Tyler Benning, sorry.
Tyler Benning, Jeff Ivan getting together. Take a look at this one here. Look at the 022 contact, and then wham, nowhere to go. Thank goodness this is cartoon racing.
Yeah, that one would hurt. Brandon Steele, I guess, was the cause of the caution there, and he'll be given an EOL, and he'll drop to the end of the line. I believe he's the one that caught a piece of the 22 car that sent him sideways in turn 1 and 2.
Our first yellow here in heat race number 1.
Just as Royer took the lead there too, had
Yeah.
that caution come out. He did not want to see that, that's for sure. He was, I think he was sliding, he was going to be gone.
79 and the 90 gonna resume their battle here. 17 of Strain, still sitting in 3rd.
Jack Young outside looking in that Chris Roberts special.
Going on board with Jack Young for this restart. Looks like the lights have gone out on that Chevy Silverado. Young just needs one more spot. It'll be hard to get that spot because they don't want to give up just yet.
No, got a lot of race to go though.
Yep, here we go. Green flag back out. We're back underway.
Looks like everybody there follow each other into the top side of corner 1 and 2. Reynolds and Warrior gonna slide, 3 and 4 gonna slide. Looks like Jack ripping the top. Randy might have caught a piece of the wall there. coming off the exit of the corner.
Already starting to get some bumps. Jack Young dives down to the bottom, trying to make a move on Grandy. Makes it stick for now. Grandy gonna slide underneath him. Ooh, a little bit of contact. Jack Young, big 10 cross up. More contact, big wheel stand. Jack Young goes for a tumble. Hard crash for Jack Young.
Just nowhere to go. I just caught a right rear after making contact. I mean, Chris Roberts deserves better than that.
It definitely crushed that wing, but iRacing says, it's fine.
Yeah, the new damage model is a little odd. If this was 2 years ago, the wing wouldn't have came off, the wing wouldn't even been bent, and his wheels look fine, so he might have been able to just keep on going. But the new iRacing damage model does damage the wing, damages nose wing, bends your bumpers, bends your wheels. So that might be too much damage to hold. Once you get that wing bent, you just lose so much wing speed, especially at a big track like this. That's just gonna kill you.
So binning out of the heat race, Kroom rejoining.
The 11 card just got the EOL, Jeremy Childers, for that contact with Jack Young. He will restart from the rear.
I don't know. It looked like Jack Young was the cause of the yellow to me. I mean, should have been a red flag, but we threw a yellow, but it is what it is. And I say that in jest. I am not an admin, but Jack Young was the one going for that hard tumble.
Shout out Alex Rosinski. He would be proud on that crash.
It was a good one. All right, Dean Reynolds, Trevor Royer, once again going to try and pick up this battle where they left off. Reynolds on the throttle. We are back underway once again.
Burden having a great start there. He's going to slide into 1 and 2. He's trying to make speed to slide through the corners. Dean Reynolds holds it though.
Reynolds holding that spot. Royer now trying to make a move down on the inside. Can Trevor make it stick? Momentum wins out as Dean Reynolds still holds on to win heat race number 1. So heat 1 in the books. We move on to heat race number 2. Let's take a look at our starting lineup for heat race number 2. On the front row, we're going to have Ryan Scheidt and Ross Carenta. Row number 2 will be Rick Main, Ryan Avila. Row 3, Cannon Posey and Aiden Stoll. Harry Offit and Greg Robinson. Lynn Reinhart and Adrian Featherston for row 5. Greg Parmalee in that final spot here tonight for heat race number 2. Field begins to roll out. Andrew, these guys have a lot on the line for Hard Knocks.
Yeah, they do. I mean, there's a lot of cars here, a lot more than I expected. I believe it was a DOB record for 410 Nationals. 106 cars entered in for 2 nights of racing, so that's good for Chris Roberts, good for DOB. I know a lot of these guys are new guys, so this is their first time racing with the league. They you might not understand some of the guys that have been racing here a long time. They've been really good, but this is the most important time that you are on the track, because if you can't lock in here, you're not going to make it in the feature.
field makes its way down the backstretch for the final time under peaceful conditions. Here on out, everyone's out with blood. Ryan Scheidt, Ross Corinta on the front row. Pace truck down and away. Here we go. Stab of the throttle, and we are underway. And man, did Scheidt get a huge jump.
Yes, he did. Sliding up in the corner and trying to run away with this thing. Avila around the top of Rick Main. He put her up there on a 10, man. If there's sparks flying, he got it. He's coming after Ross Cornita there for second, too.
Aiden Stoll having issues going straight to pit road. Scheidt has the lead. Corinta, Avila sitting second, third. Avila making a move down to the inside. Ryan Avila with some momentum.
Ooh, it's gonna get tight.
That got close.
That's the kind of move you have to make here in Hard Knocks. Every position matters. So you got to start to as close to the front as you can, man. When the top four lock in, you got to get as close as you can. A lot of these guys carry so much speed through the whole night. They're hard to pass in the feature too. So if you can get them right off the rip in the heat race, you can set yourself up a lot better. And Vila's really up against that wall, right around the outside. A nice little tub job there, and 1 and 2 by Ryan Vila.
Now can he take one in the top spot? 3 laps to go here in heat race number 2.
And he's sticking at top. Look at the run he gets out of the corner here. He's going to slide him for the lead.
Big time momentum off of turn 2, carries him down the backstretch. New race leader, 2 laps to go. Ryan Avila. Avila? You say Avila. I always said Avila. One of us has got to be right.
Close enough, right?
I think so.
Here comes around a white flag. He's going to slide. I think he's getting a little, he knows he's up in the lead, so he didn't want to risk, running into those bumps and crashing himself in the last lap. Smart move by Ryan.
Off of turn number 4, checkered flag falls. Heat race number 2 done and over with. Avila, Scheidt, Corinta, and Main for top 4 transfers.
Yeah, Rick Main, I believe, was the one who made contact with Trevor Royer last night. Was DQ'd if Royer did not make the main, and he got crashed in that B main. So Rick Main did not start to feature last night, so he decided to run Hard Knocks tonight.
All right, heat race number 3 starting to form up. Drivers joining the grid. Let's look at our starting lineup for this one. Jesse Dacus and Josh Whiteman for row number 1. Row number 2, Jeremy Zarfos and Bradley Cox. Row 3, Tayton Sander and Joseph Johnson. Row number 4, James Rooney, Dylan Berg. Row 5, Kyle Sargent and Mason Smith, and James Seawright bring up the tail of heat race number 3.
I believe that 14 car of Dylan Berg, that is a JJ Loss replica paint scheme. That looks pretty sweet. That car looks real good in real life. JZ also has a nice sharp paint scheme, starting 3rd of that beautiful red car.
Kind of partial to this orange one that's out there. Mason Smith looks pretty nice. A lot of shiny to it.
Yeah, nice reflection.
Yep.
Can't miss that one out there, that's for sure.
Hey, it's the DOB 410 Nationals. Bring the best paint scheme you got. We want these guys looking sharp all night long. All right, here we go. Lights are out on the Chevy Silverado. Field gonna bunch up here, get a little bit tighter, a little bit more nose to tail.
27 hanging back a lot here. I'm not. There it goes.
Ace truck out of the way. Here we go. Green flag is out. Dacus with a good jump. Got on the throttle as soon as he could. Whiteman slots into second. Here comes the 45 of Cox. He slots into third. Joseph Johnson, a big mover, already up a couple spots.
He's the only car down on the bottom, and he's making it work.
Yeah, he has got that inside line working in his favor. One driver on the outside looking in, that is Jay-Z, and he is falling back even further. He is under pressure now from 6th spot. So the 19 did not have him pegged as battling for a transfer spot, but here he is in 5th.
Joseph Johnson's making up ground with these guys on the bottom. He's got a good run out of 1 and 2, but 3 and 4, I think he's where he needs to move up or find a little bit more momentum.
Oh, and Cox had just taken the lead, and they make contact.
I believe Cox caught the wall there. Jesse Dacus is coming up off the bottom, just nowhere to go.
Cox just took the lead. Working off of turn number 2, tags the wall. Take another look at it here. One last look before we move on. In the 45, you can see he had the momentum. Just got into the wall, so that was counterproductive for Bradley Cox.
I would say so.
If you're gonna hit the wall, don't.
Yeah, don't crash if you're gonna hit the wall.
Yeah, just don't.
It's that easy.
That logic, absolutely undeniable.
How you doing, Roger?
I'm doing pretty good. You guys are also live over here with the rest of this show on DRN as well. But I'm going to let you guys go ahead and finish that. I just had to jump in and say that logic absolutely 100% spot on.
If you're going to hit the ball, just don't.
Yeah, just don't do it.
Yeah. You can't do it in Lambertville unless you're on the front stretch, I guess.
And that's my favorite track to watch because these guys can't get crazy like they're doing here. I've asked this all week. The risk versus the reward is so unbalanced to go up there and even try to get near this cushion that I see half this field doing it all night, every night. It's ridiculous. I just don't understand it.
Yeah, it is a very high risk versus reward. If you get up too high, you catch some bumps, you're going over. But like Ryan Scheidt used it to win the Cappy, man, he was just I wouldn't even say a lane off of it, but half of a lane off of it, and he blew by everybody and just ran away with the Cappy.
Green flag back out. Vegas resumes the race lead, so damage on that race car minimal.
Jay-Z with a big run out of 3 and 4 here on Joseph Johnson. And upside down he is.
And trashed. The wing's still bouncing. The wing's still bouncing. And the wing's still bouncing. Gotta love it.
Jay-Z just kind of got in that sucker hole where he's got that huge run off the top. Joseph Johnson probably has no idea he's there. And just comes up. Man, that's a shame for Jay-Z. I mean, he's been fast, just no luck. Joseph Johnson just kind of got stuck there in the middle. Probably has no idea Jay-Z's coming around 30 miles an hour faster than him around the top. Bad night for the Brent Mark Sim team so far.
Well, they say if there's a hole there and you don't try to go for it, you're not a race car driver. So
I agree. That's exactly what Jay-Z was doing. He had the run, he had the hole. Just ran out of space. Jay-Z collects the EOL. Yeah, that's a famous DOB sucker hole. You put your nose there and it gets crashed. That's on you. But when you got to race and you got to lock in, I mean, there's not really much you can do.
Roger, is your other race done, I assume?
Yeah, amazingly enough, and I got to give those guys all the credit in the world over there with that truck series. They were at Darlington tonight. We had a caution on lap 2, and we had 2 cautions in the last 15 laps of that race. It was green. They went through a green flag pit stop cycle, and that was a heck of a race.
Well, cool. We're in heat race number 3.
Now in heat 3? Yeah, how many heats tonight? 4 or 5?
5.
Oh, so we got a ways to go.
Listen, I had
Yes,
to
sir.
take my shoes off to count, so you know it was too many. Too
Are
many
you
for
missing
me.
fingers?
Even with the shoes off, did you count that high, honestly?
What do you mean high?
Oh boy, we got lots of problems. I may have to mute my microphone and walk away.
Green.
That gets back out. Jesse holding on to that race lead. He's got to be feeling.
Oh, we got a little contact in the backstretch with Dylan Berg.
Berg holds on to it, but
Yeah.
they are
Good
a
recovery.
four-car battle.
I believe that was Kyle Sargent that just caught the back end of the JJ Loss car there. If you get a little squirrely on those straights and the guy behind you's got to run, I mean, there's just nowhere to go. Got to keep all those tires ready to rip.
All right, so our third heat race done and in the books. Moving on to our fourth heat race of the night. Oh my. This one's moving pretty quick. Qualifying, 1 lap qualifying. We've had a few yellows here in the heat races, but outside of that, we've had some great racing action. Some pretty hard hits for some of these drivers who have taken the yellows. Let's go ahead and take a look at our starting lineup for this one. Cody Bodie, Nancy Beasley on the front row. Row number 2, Tyler Lucy and Patrick Spangler. Jace Schaff and Dakota Kuhn for row 3. Row 4, Corey Denson and David Allen. Row 5, Damon Leonard and Joey Hintz.
I sent Dakota some prep talk here before this heat race, so he better get this 95 up there and in a qualifying position quick. Some words of encouragement, I guess I could say.
Sounds like a car owner that was about to fire your guy.
Yeah, well, DK bumpers, we're running out of bumpers this week, man. We got bumpers on the 19, the 10N, the 95, the 31, and I think every one of us has crashed this week, so low inventory means good prep talks.
All right, pace truck pulls in. Here we go. Cody Bodie on the throttle. Green flag is out. And we are underway for heat race number 4. Oh, trouble off at turn number 2. They're going to stack up there in 3rd place. And it looks like Schaff going to come away with that 3rd spot.
Yeah, you guys are kind of entering in all different positions going into turn 1. Some guys sliding, some guys ripping the top as we got a slide job here for 3rd.
Great battle for 3rd place. The 301 still trying to do all he can to take it over in the 3. Jace says, no, I kind of like being here. Cody Bodie setting the fastest lap of the heat race at a 16.22. And Jace now goes even faster at a 16.16.
You can see the moment some of these guys are up in the top, they catch that cushion, you can just see their cars you can see the inside tires lift off the ground there. I believe Jace Shape was the last one to do it. I mean, you can see that car just come right off the ground. I think it's getting wicked up there on the exit of 2.
Track wears out. Gonna have a little bit more of a risky factor to gain that speed up on the high side. Oh, we got
Dakota.
Oh, he used his bumper, didn't he?
That was the last one. He keeps it rolling though.
Oh, and we got a big one going over Denson, tumbling hard.
Yeah, it looked like Spangler was trying to get back under throttle there, and just the right front was broke off of it and couldn't turn. Corey Dennison just nowhere to go. I don't think he expected Spangler to do that, but Spangler didn't expect his car to be broke.
Denson going for a wild ride.
Dakota Kuhn has a bent up top wing there from all that contact.
Lights are still on our Silverado, so driver's gonna have a shot at trying to repair some of their damage. Spangler and Denson on pit road. Dakota Kuhn in that 95 sitting in 7th. So what kind of damage does he got that's gonna slow him down? You already called out some wing damage. Anything else
Top
you
wing's
might
crunched up there. It looks like the rear end might be towed out a little bit too.
That's fine.
Yeah, it's easier to turn that way.
Yeah.
Oh,
More
the wrong
stability.
It's
What?
a detune special.
All right, lights are out on the Chevy Silverado. Cody Bodie, Tyler Lucy, Jay Schaff, Yancey Beasley, your top 4. As we're gonna fire them off, and laps are winding down on this one. Not a whole lot of laps left. Pace truck out of the way.
Checker.
Green flag is out, and we got 2 to go.
Big move there out of Joey Hintz. Coming out of 4. Oh, he's gonna chop down. That was close. Oh, right off the nose. That was tight there from the 301 and Yancey, Beasley, and Joey Hintz.
Here they come. Cody Bodie going to win the heat race number 4. Tyler Lucy, Jace Chop, and Yancey Beasley. Your top 4.
Yancey got that thing coming to the line. It's a good finish out of those 2 guys. Got one in the broadcast waiting room if you want to bring him in.
Ooh,
Good looking guy
see.
too, with a nice voice.
Not as I recall.
Well, that's hearsay.
All right, here we are. Let's look at our lineup for our 5th and final heat race of the night. Jacob Harris, Brandon Gitzwhite for row 1. Row 2, Dustin Sargent, Weston Newell. Row number 3, Kenny Hoffman and Trey Schmidt. Jason Setzer, Larry Moody for row 4. Row 5, Taylor Wyland and Tony Dominguez. And brought into the booth the newest member of what is now a 4-member broadcast booth. Things are getting tight here, but none other than Jay-Z, Mr. Jeremy Zarfos. Jeremy, how you doing?
What's up, guys? I might be a little concussed, so if I mispronounce any words, that's the reason why. We're pulling down Billy Hobart's backup car. He's locked in the A-main, so we're going to pull down his. It's the last car we have out here in Knoxville. See if I can run through this soup to run through the soup again tomorrow. So we've crashed just about everything else this week, but looking forward to running a few more laps.
Well, you're going to get your shot. What is it going to be, the F main?
Well, I'm not sure. I guess it depends how much further I can go here tonight. But yeah, that sounds right. If there's anything lower, I'll start there too. That might have to be where they need to put me by myself, so I'm not a harm to myself or others. But I'll tell you what, we're getting ready to go green here. Watch this 39 car. In real life, the 39 car won at Baps tonight, and Kenny Hoffman can roll the bottom like nobody else here, so keep an eye on him from 5th.
All right, here we go. Green flag is out. And our 5th and final heat
77.
race.
Dustin Sargent, I'm not sure if he got chopped or what happened there. Just bad start, because he goes around the top making contact.
My goodness, they're fighting for those spots.
Yeah, they've wrecked 3 times without actually causing a yellow yet, but they seem to have it straightened out. But Kenny Hoffman, like I said, starting from 5th, is about to take the lead here in the middle of turns 1 and 2. Off the bottom, I think, to the lead.
Yeah, Hoffman wasting no time working that bottom lane, taking over the top spot from 5th to 1st. So Hoffman on a mission.
Yeah, he's one of those guys. It doesn't really matter how he qualifies, where he starts in a heat race. He's probably going to win it.
Yeah, it's kind of checked out. They got a fierce battle back there for that final transfer spot. In 4th, we got Weston Newell, Trey Schmidt, Gizway, Justin Sargent's wrecking all down. Oh my Lord, he
into the infield.
In the infield, wanted to get closer to the ambulance, I guess.
We said green.
Oh, now we got a big one. We got a big one down here. Good Lord, there's a lot to catch up on. Hey, boys, you have fun tonight. I'll let you catch up on that mess. I just wanted to stop in and say hi. You're doing a great job, and miss you, KR. Good to see you, buddy, and have some fun through the rest of the Nationals here.
We're going to have fun, and yeah, man, always good to get to talk to you.
Hey, man, we'll catch up too soon. See you.
That is Jay-Z giving us a good one. We got to see the Sargent one as we watched Harris get into trouble. Let's take
I just
a
went and
look.
watched that, and
Sargent in the 77.
Oh, he caught the wall. He caught the bumps, man. That's your risk reward. Excellent landing, though.
Oh, yeah.
he survived that. We need to ask him how that worked out.
I can tell you how it worked out for him. He landed closer to the concession stand than the other drivers are in the race, so he is the first one to get himself a hot dog and an RC Cola.
He's a bag of ice.
A Coke and a smoke, baby. Get ready for the C main.
Wow. Gave a lot of souvenirs to a lot of people on the way by, too.
All right, so our 5th heat race of the night, slowed down by some serious airtime. Shenanigans would be.
Knoxville. Shenanigans.
That's one way to put it. Shenanigans. That's a good way to put it. Everyone driving really hard out here trying to make something happen, and some of them just overdriving it just a bit. That's all it takes.
That's exactly it. And that's it right there. That's a product over driving. You know, he wants to lock in. He's got to pass cars. And like Roger said earlier, the risk reward of running the top. You make a mistake, you catch that thing, it's over for you. That's what bit me in the A main at 360 Nationals. Just run the top trying to pass cars. It bites back.
Down to 3 laps to go here in heat race number 5. Hoffman still staying committed to the bottom. It has worked good for him so far. Why abandon it? Why would you not do what has got you to the spot you're at?
Yep. Looks like Weston Newell's trying to get a run here. He ran the bottom at 3 and 4, got a nice run. through 1 and 2 as well. If he can get down here around the bottom of 3 and 4 again like that, he might pick up position.
All right, white flag, final time around. Hoffman, Schmidt, Setzer, Newell, your top 4, and Hoffman way out in front. Almost a 2-second lead here. Well, Hoffman
Setzer
going to win it. Schmidt, Setzer, and Newell.
Setzer had a really good turn in 1 and 2, got a good run in 3 and 4, and then right at the exit of the corner, he got that cushion and it almost pushed him over. But he was able to recover and save himself.
All right, Andrew, we are into our first consolation race. What do you know about this one?
Oh man, this is pretty stacked up. A lot of these guys got caught up in stuff that they didn't want to be in. Patrick Spangler's a guy that raced DOB for a long time, and he's fast. You got Jay-Z, you got Bradley Cox, Dakota every once in a while decides he has speed. Some of these other guys I'm not real familiar with. James Rooney had a pretty decent week, but you know, I think he got caught up in a crash in that heat race.
Well, Rooney
Jack
and
Young
Spengler
as well
are on our front row. Jacob Harris, Joseph Groom, row 2. Adrian Featherston and Mason Smith for row 3. Dakota Kuhn, Dustin Sargent, row 4. Jack Young, Aiden Stoll, row 5. Row number 6, well, Jay-Z. Gonna see what kind of crash he can get into here with Corey Denson on his outside. Oh my.
It's Bubba J Racing because he can.
Taylor Wineland, Tyler Benning for row 7 and row 8. Greg Parmalee and Bradley Cox.
Tell you what, if you want to watch a show, watch Bradley Cox. He's probably one of the fastest guys on the sim right now, but you know, making mistakes has bit him tonight and pretty much all week. That's how he's got it in the position that he's in. But if there's one guy that can go to the front to the rear real quick, it's definitely him. Hopefully Jay-Z can get that Brent Mark Sim team car up front. Same with Jack Young. We don't have much left, boys, so we got to take care of what we got.
All right, how many are going to transfer out of this one?
There's 4 that'll tag the end of the B main.
All right, so top 4.
So that would be 18th, 19th, 20th, and 21st, I believe. So you win this, you still got a long way to go in the B main.
All right, pace truck pulls in. Rooney on the throttle as the green flag comes out. Spangler gonna slide into second, gets a good run. Oh, 3 wide off of turn number 2.
Oh no. Looks like everybody kept going. I don't know how they ran each other over there. Jay-Z caught a piece of that too on the right rear. Everybody keeps going.
On board with Jeremy Zarvos, finding himself in 10th, and there he goes crashing again.
Just nowhere to go. I mean, he's got Hobart luck, I believe.
Yeah. Well, took care of that car. If he didn't junk it on the track, he jumped it on the pits.
Yeah. Looks like Adrian Featherston driving up the track just right off the left rear of Jack Young. Jack Young really, I mean, barely came off the wall. He's just run his own line. I think the 18 just got up too far and just nowhere to go. And then poor Jay-Z. I mean, there's a lot of things about that. I'm not sure if you're allowed to stay live on air, but just no luck. Absolutely none.
Take one more look at this as he tried to get down to the inside, just couldn't quite make it stick. Spangler going to be our race leader. Jacob Harris Rooney, Groom, Dakota Kuhn, Jack Young, Mason Smith, Corey Denson, Bradley Cox, Tyler Binning. Your running order for our C main as they stand right now.
Well, our only hope to keep racing as a Brent Mark Sim team as he pulls off the win at Tusky 50 next weekend, because we're out of equipment. Knoxville has not been nice for us. Either that or Michael Sheridan, the GOAT, pulls off the upset tomorrow night. He's capable of doing it. He's done it before, and I believe he's got the speed in the car to do it. He's been on a roll recently.
All right, here we go. Pace truck down and away. Spangler on the throttle. We are back to green flag racing here in the C main.
Really odd start there off the top. Like Jacob Harris kind of wanted to follow Spangler, but as soon as he got into that slick, he just spun the tires. I think Chris is going to call this one back. I'm not really sure what he wants to do with this, but Rooney. I want to say it has something to do with that start. Was Rooney out of line?
He pulled to the inside before they got halfway down the front stretch. Past.
Gotcha.
I'm sure of that.
Yeah, I feel bad for Rooney because I think what he was just trying to do was avoid Jacob Harris spinning the tires there. It's kind of a Tyler Walker ordeal at Williams Grove. You know what I mean?
Well, he hung back and he kind of got a little bit of a run there, and yeah, Harris put the fire around. The rules are the rules. You have to.
Yeah, no, it's the rules are the rules. It's just I see what he was trying to do. I don't think he was trying to advance position like that. I just think he was just trying to pull down out of the way, not to run over the 10 car there.
Cost him a couple of spots. I think there's a fifth.
The 2-spot penalty in DOB. Spangler's still up front. Looks sporty up there.
Help the boy out.
Yeah, DK up to 4th. Bradley Cox really hasn't made a whole lot of moves, but hasn't had a whole lot of green flag time to get any momentum rolling.
Pulled every once in a while, trying to get every once in a while.
And he's way up top on this restart.
Green flag back out. Spangler with a healthy lead going into turn number 1. Harris, Groom, Kuhn, your top 4. And Kuhn going to get a 2-car battle. Kuhn losing a spot here to Jack Young, possibly, as Young.
Here comes this Bradley Cox huge run. Look at this, he's coming.
Tagging up. Push, shove it.
Man, these guys are all over the place trying to hold on to their spots, trying to gain a spot and trying to keep those cars in check as they are high, wide, left, right, top, bottom. They are everywhere right now.
Oh, we'll get a little contact from back to DK. Oh man, Bradley Cox got a piece of that 27 2 on the way down.
The yellow flag comes out for the 3rd time here in the C main.
Looked like DK just kind of threw it in there. Jacob Harris hit the back of DK, just got himself bent out of shape. Bradley Cox ripping the top, had just no time to react. And then the 27 coming off the bottom there, just nowhere to go as well.
I think the car on the inside that he had no idea about it really was, kind of made that otherwise I don't know.
Looked like that carried into turn 1 and 2 as well. Yeah, looks like when Rooney hit Bradley Cox there, he got in a Jacob set. They just got stuck and just ran up into the wall in turn 1 and 2.
Agreed.
That sucks for those guys. Sometimes iRacing you get hooked together. Just
Well, this is kind of an ugly C main. Taylor Wineland, Greg Parmalee did not make the call to the grid. Aiden Featherston, Jeremy Zarfos, Jacob Harris, Bradley Cox, and James Rooney all sitting on pit road right now. So 16 were supposed to start this C main. Right now we have 9 on the track. Let's see if
Bradley
Rooney
Cox
and
giving the
can get
EOL.
back out
Do
there.
we even have 9? Do we only have 7?
He can't count that high.
He didn't roll out. I know, he's only got 3 toes and 1 finger. That's why I asked that question earlier.
There is 7 cars on track right now. Looks like 8 and 9 are coming back out. Oh, here comes 10. Here comes the 77. I think the 77 is done though because he was in the pits. Maybe I'm wrong.
Hasn't lost a lap. He's still on the lead lap.
Okay. Nope, he's good to go.
I'm gonna feel bad for you guys tomorrow night because they start with the E main. It's gonna look like this.
Hey. The Spangler.
Luckily, I'm starting in the B.
Here you go. Spangler, Young, Groom, Kuhn, your top 4. 5 laps to go. And Spangler down on the bottom. He watched Hoffman in that heat race dominate from the bottom lane, and Spangler committed to it. As the yellow flag going to come out once again.
I think another start Chris Roberts doesn't like.
It was at the back. It was at the back. 72 car. Maybe Aiden Stoll. He got to the inside of the start, right there on that restart. Passed a couple of cars before we got a full lap.
Yep, Aiden's still cut down past 27 there, and even kind of gave him a piece of a right here before it really even got going.
Intensity is just going to ratchet up as we get closer to the end, and then tomorrow night and start. Yeah. It works until we get to that age. Everybody wants to be in the show, and if you can't be in the show, be the show. So.
Absolutely.
All right, here we go. Pace truck out of the way. Spangler on the throttle. Spangler held him up just a little bit there. Kind of a late stab to the throttle for him, and either way, he holds on to the race lead.
DK trying a little slide job here. Oh, we're running out of space real quick. 11 was cutting down, but
It was a good slider. Just didn't get help from behind.
he's gonna get a run off the top here. Trying to get that 3rd spot. Just a little bit of insurance here for DK would help. He's gonna tub around the corner here. Look at old DK go. Good move for DK to get 3rd.
Corey Denson slots into 4th. Joseph Groom falling to 5th.
Jack Young and Spangler. Have a good finish here.
Yeah, coming to the checkered. Off of turn number 4, Young at the line is going to pick up our C main. Spangler, Kuhn, Denson, your top 4.
Job Jack, job DK. Here all we got left here. DK's getting a couple laps here. He wants to make sure he's tuned up for the B main, I think.
Tuned up or detuned?
Well, he's got to detune it here, that's for sure. Detuned Dakota Kuhn.
Pull a couple spark plug wires off. It's fine.
He's had worse ideas.
All right, so we are moving into our B main. Once again, top 4 going to transfer. Let's take a look at our starting lineup for this one. Brandon Steele, Cannon Posey on the front row. Kyle Sargent, Joey Hins. Row 2, row 3, Larry Moody, Dylan Workman. Row 4, Greg Robinson, James Seawright, David Allen, Brandon Giswhite, Jeff Ivan, Lynn Reinhardt for row number 6. Row 7, going to be Dylan Berg and Damian Leonard. Tony Dominguez, Jeremy Childers for row 8. Row 9, Gary Offutt and Jack Young. Patrick Spangler, Dakota Kuhn, and Corey Denson, all from the C main to the back of the B.
This thing's going to be interesting here. Not a lot of heavy hitters in this that need to make their way forward. Just a lot of guys that just didn't have the speed. Larry Moody, the DOB OG, he's in here. He's one of the only guys that I recognize outside of my teammates here.
All right.
Still working. Been racing for a long time in all these.
Yeah. Yeah, he's an OG.
Brandon
Gentlemen.
Steele, he's kind of a hit and miss guy.
I'm going to let you two call this start. I'll be right back.
We can give you a good high limit start. Chase Rodman start here. This pace truck gets ready to pull off here. We're gonna go green. As Chase Rodman would say, we are
Green.
green.
Yeah.
Slider into 1 and 2 takes the lead.
Full wide out of turn 2, and you're never gonna let that work.
Got one down.
Hey, we're gonna
on the berm.
stay green. Gonna stay green. Got 2 or 3 down on the berm, but still stay green.
We're still stacking up down there. DK's gonna make a lot of ground there. Him and Jack.
Yeah, he
Oh, we
did.
got some contacts. Spangler and DK.
They're wrecking behind. Jeff Ivan, Corey Dent back there. Gary Offutt got a piece of all that. Meanwhile, out the
Good one.
front. We're transferring 3. Is that what we're transferring out of this?
4.
4?
Top 4 transfer.
Mosey Henson, Sargent is Sargent riding on the roll. Larry Moody now around the top side trying to take the spot away.
Man, there's
Now,
just
Sargent is not so fast.
there's about
Yeah, that is.
12 cars battling for the 4th position. Larry.
Yeah, they're all over. The oldest driver in the field right there. He's got to be feeling like Sammy Swindell right now. He's about 107.
Yeah, Dave Allen's also another guy that's about 136 years old as well. I think these guys are having a competition of who's the oldest guy in the league, and they're battling for the last transfer spot.
So the battle for the bubbles between a bunch of octogenarians, that's what you're saying. I do see Jeremy
Childers is going to try to throw his name in there too. He's coming around the top, around Larry Moody. He's just following Dave Allen around the track, so if he can get a run or a cut down here, he might be able to seal it right here. It is. He's going to cut down, get it right through the middle. He might have a slide job down here. We got contact behind him. Oh, we got a contact. Or no, he's just into the wall. I think the.
I think
he cushioned it back.
Yeah, I think he can come off the cushion. He got a little contact, baby. Trying to make sure I'm on the right one. Yeah, I'm on the right car. He got up on that cushion.
We don't have KR pull back the replay. But yeah, Joey Higgins.
There and he went for the tumble cycle, man. It was ugly. I've got it replayed on mine, and wow. Yeah, he
Joey
went
Higgins
for a
caught
long
the cushion. There's your risk versus reward we talked about all night. That is the risk.
Yeah, Brandon Steele, Cannon Posey, David Allen, Jeremy Childers are our top 4 right now. Larry Moody, Kyle Sargent, Brandon Guysway. James Seawright, Greg Robinson, Dakota Kuhn is up there. He's about, what, 8 right now?
Yeah, it looks like. He gained a lot of positions. It's hard to just call one part of the track when you got like 8 guys running each other over, fighting for, 4th through 12th. This has been a crazy B main so far.
We're not halfway yet. We got plenty of crazy left out here.
You got Tyler Walker in 2nd now. Look at that. The old Muppets, or Puppets.
Right?
What a strange situation that was. Hopefully Tyler Walker's okay. Haven't heard of him in a while. What you got here? Brandon Steele, Cannon Posey, David Allen, Jeremy Childers, Larry Moody, top 5.
Yep.
Got Jack.
We got the old guys
and
up here in
Dakota
position
King coming
to
from the back
take,
too.
The old guys are still in position to get transfer spots.
It's like
I talked to
Terry.
Rudy before the race today. And he said, "Man, I'm in like the C main or D main on Thursday. I might as well talk that back in and see if I can do something here. He just needs to make the A main tonight."
Yep. Yeah, and hope for a good run to get up to 4th to lock in.
Green flag back in the air. Tyler Childers on the restart, powers around the outside of David Allen. He just let the right rear hang on the cushion and never took his foot out. There he goes again. Here's that risk reward thing. He's going to keep it underneath him, but he is flirting with disaster for sure.
Yes, he is. But man, you saw the rocket ship he had out of turn 2. He's got it again. If he can cut down, nope, he's just going to follow in behind. We've got about 3 cars battling back there for about 8th Dakota Coon and Jack Young. They're trying to get through the field here. They got a lot of spots to go, but they're doing their best. When you get back there in that horn's chest, it's just you got to go where they aren't, and right now that's around the top.
And sometimes you got to get
Jack
they're
Young
not
got
going to be for you. Oh yeah.
Oh, Jack Young on the cut down there. I was watching that. Just don't think he knew the guy that was running the bottom there. DK kind of got crossed up a little bit. They got 3 wide. DK, I might have caught a little net code. Jack cutting down. 83 with a good run off the bottom. Jack just didn't have anywhere to go. Neither one of those guys knew that they were coming down. It's hard to see out of that right sideboard for Greg Robinson, and Jack's just cutting down to avoid DK.
Well, 3 wide is usually okay most of the time. 4 wide is rarely ever okay. And if the track is as slick as it is, if you guys are bouncing off the cushion, they're bouncing off of the berm on the inside. You can't meet in the middle because the same matter can't occupy the same space in time. So, I mean, that's time travel 101.
Yeah, I'm not a rocket scientist, so I'll let you speak on that, but...
Rocket science. I know how to be a rocket scientist. I just like that little black thing that sticks out the back end of it. And then all these sparks go off and it goes...
We're not going down this road like we did last night. We are off that road. That road's in the rear view, buddy. Talk about brake this, brake
rear
that.
view, you say?
Yeah, my bad. 100% my fault for saying anything like that. We got to keep this a family show, sir.
Well, how do you think a family is made?
Bruce!
I don't know, I
My
thought...
virgin ears can't handle this.
Never mind. We'll move on.
Thank you. Oh my God.
Hey,
It's just one step onto the dark side, and the next thing I know, we're 4 counties over.
it can happen.
Got 3 laps to go here, boys.
Mostly with goats, but it can happen.
I quit. I give up.
All right, Brandon Steele, he's not going to give up. He gets back onto the throttle. Cannon Posey, Childers, Allen, your top 4.
See if Childers can get a good run off turn 1 and 2 like he did the last time. We're going to have a 3-car battle for the final transfer spot here.
Yes, we are.
And Larry Moody trying to make something happen. He gets in that slick spot, falls back just a little bit. Allen's holding on to that 4th and final transfer.
Yeah, one of the old guys up there ripping the 10 here at Knoxville. He's making it work so far. He's getting a little bit out of shape on the exit of the corner, so Larry Moody's going to try to roll through the middle. But I just don't think you're going to get much momentum. Slide through the slick in the middle. You got to run the top of the bottom or hope for a big slide job.
Squeezing by right there. That's going to pull a lot of guys down. Spangler's got to pass one more, and then that's
say, Spangler.
300 yards.
Spangler from the C main going to end up 1 lap short. I think if he had one more lap, he transfers in.
Yeah, Spangler was sending it right there. Larry Moody was kind of floating in the middle, didn't really know. He was just minding his own business, but Spangler knew he needed to go, and he caught that right rear. But yeah, I think if one more lap, Spangler would have been in.
So Steele, Childers, Posey, Allen, your top 4, they transfer into tonight's A main. I wonder what what off the rails conversations we're gonna have in tonight's A main.
Oh,
Well, don't get me rolling because
he's
he won't
already
broadcast
planning.
anymore.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
he's
rubbing
already
my
planning. I don't know if I can deal with this.
I'm rubbing my hands together. All I gotta do is just light the spark.
I'm excited for the same main, man. There's a lot of big dogs in this that had some bad luck in their prelim nights.
Do we get a fan vote? I want to vote Spangler in. That guy put in a great effort, just came up one spot short.
He did that on Monday night too.
Yep.
Crashed. Where he probably would already be in a maybe high up in the paint or at the bottom of the already qualified game.
Think about some of these DOB races, especially these special events, is just survival, man. If you can get through the first, 10 or so laps and with a clean car, you'll have a good finish. But you get around some of these guys that can't control their cars and run you over on the exit of the corners for no reason, and when you're running fifth, you end up 17th. It's frustrating. Not speaking from experience
You
or
want to be
anything.
one of the nuts and back there with all the squirrels.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, so once again, our drivers are taking to the grid for the final time here tonight. So let's take a look at our starting lineup for this one. And it looks like Dean Reynolds and Ryan Avila on the front row. Jesse Dacus and Cody Bodie make up row number 2. Row 3, Kenny Hoffman and Trevor Royer. Row number 4, Ryan Scheidt, Josh Whiteman. Row 5, Tyler Lucy and Trey Schmidt. Brian Strain and Ross Carenta will make up row number 6. Row 7, Joseph Johnson, Jace Jopp, Jason Setzer, Joseph Grandy for row 8. Row 9, Rick Main, Tayton Sander. Row number 10, Yancey Beasley and Weston Newell. Row 11, Brandon Steele, Jeremy Childers, Cannon Posey, and David Allen make up our 24-car field. Oh my. No more transfers, no more could have beens, should have beens, has beens. This
Do or
is
die.
do what?
Do or die
There's no
right
more
here.
chances. Yeah, there's no more chances. This is it.
This
This
is
was your last chance to lock into tomorrow night's A main, unless you want to run through the soup.
You got 20. If you don't make it in, you got 24 hours to think about your actions the last 2
Life
days and
choices.
hope for the best.
24 hours to think about your life choice. I
Do you really want to come back and run the F main?
racers so bad.
It's a rough life.
do race car drivers really think about their life choices as the green flag comes out? We are
I never
underway.
did.
Oh man, we got a crash.
Turn two. How did they all survive that nonsense?
Oh, they're still crashing.
Weston Newell also got, I'm not sure what happened, but he got junked there on that first lap on the start.
Big wreck on the front stretch.
Yeah, almost the same
Yeah, they're
exact
gonna
spot
push
Weston Newell
forward.
got caught up in.
Wow.
Keeps going. I have no idea how, but they keep going.
Meanwhile, Ryan Avila said, "See you boys, I'm out of here."
I think there's about 5 different pronunciations of that last name, and I think all of us have hit it so far.
You're not
How
wrong.
am I what his teammates have been calling him? Because I called him Avila for the longest time, and everybody on his team keeps telling me it's Avila. That's what I go with. Somebody rolling up the backstretch with a wing off that day. Probably that's Weston Newell.
Yeah, that's Weston Newell. He caught him. I'm not sure if he spun a tire or someone drove through him on a start, but he caught the I'm not sure what you want to call that, like an arm guard there coming off the front stretch. He Chris Lind it.
There's a driver that needed a good night tonight because he's had really bad luck lately. The driver of the 90 car, Trevor Royer, I feel like he could probably have already qualified into this thing, but he had a horrible race last night. It wasn't even his fault.
Yep, nope. That's what I was talking about earlier. He got contact, I think, with Rick Main there in the B main, or the heat race, and then the B main. He just nowhere to go, man. And he won the C main from the rear. I think he went 21st to 12th in like 2 laps, the B main, and just had nowhere to go. So yeah, Royer deserves to have a good night here, and so far so good.
I was trying to see what he got up over the right rear. I think it was West Dual car out there in the back stretch. He ended up in the pit, so he's going to have to work through tomorrow night for sure. Several cars in the work area right now, trying to get their 2 minutes.
Got more coming in?
Yeah, I think Rick Main is in there.
Brandon Steele EOL'd for that one. I believe that is his second of the night, so he's done. Some more cars are pulling in the work area.
Yeah, they are.
Nancy Beasley. Who else is in it? Ross Cormiata.
Corinda's in there as well. What happened to Corinda's car?
There's so many 10 cars here. Let me go back and see if I can find it.
Big T, we gotta have iRacing. That's the first thing. It behooves you to have a decent set of pedals and a wheel, and then you go find leagues. Once you're on the service, a little seasoning under your belt, and you find your way out to the track with the big boys. A lot of leagues around. If you watch Dirt Racing Network at all, you'll see a lot of those leagues on here. Go ahead, Andrew. Sorry, I was cutting you off.
I just went back and watched that Ross. How do you pronounce his last name? I like the way you said it.
Yeah, Ross Corinda.
Yep. It looked like they were about 3 wide going in the corner, and he got a little bit of a right rear. I don't know that he has that much damage. Maybe he might have towed in the left front, and that's where he's getting fixed, but it shouldn't be anything too major for the 10.
So, Avila, Hoffman, Royer, Scheidt, Bodie are the top 5 right now. Dean Reynolds started on the pole, and he has fallen back to about 6.
Yeah, top 3 just shredding the top. I believe Dean Reynolds is one of the only cars on bottom there, and I just think Fast Line's around the top right now.
Right until it's not. You're up against that Armco barrier up there. You got lights on our face here?
Not yet. We're gonna give everyone 2 minutes to get.
2 minutes.
Yep.
What are we sipping on tonight, Mr. Stolfus? I'm sorry already that I asked this.
Well, I started with a old-fashioned made with Buffalo Trace, and then I had a Yingling and a Boulevard Wheat.
And Posse represent on that Yingling.
Yeah, had to. I knew there'd be some posse involved tonight, so had to get some there. And then that was dinner. Got home from dinner, and we're having some water made in the mountains of Bush, and a couple shots of American Honey Sting.
Okay. Oh man, it was really hard for me to not say a whole lot right there, but we're keeping it family. So let's get back to green flag racing before we get off the rails again.
Hitting off into the bottom there. Looks like Vila also, but Royer and Ryan Scheidt are ripping the top.
I'm sure the 2 teammates have the same setup under the car, and they probably need to do that. We got caution again to that for. Tyler Lucy.
It looks like they went 3 wide. Jesse Dacus, I think, was in the middle of that. Just
move to the right. Got a right rear on the left front. Yep.
Yeah.
And he pushed the left front about 20 degrees in. on Lucy's car. That is not code. That's clubfoot. That's not a code. That's clubfoot.
All right, so do we have another 2-minute break here?
Yeah, we're not halfway.
Every yellow flag from here till halfway
Until you reach
gets us
halfway, they get 2 minutes. Once they get
Cool.
past halfway, you get however many laps iRacing allows.
Well, David Allen, Weston Newell, Brandon Steele, they're on pit road. Yancey, Tyler Lucy, Ross Carenta, Joseph Grandy, Rick Main. All those guys taking advantage of that 2 minutes.
Yeah, we had a heat race just sitting in the work zone there. 8 cars.
You got a pretty good heat race in the work
Yeah.
zone. Said it's a third of an A main on Hard Knox night. I'm feeling like we need to run across the street, let these guys hash this all out. We'll just go across the street to Dingus.
I'm
Get
throwing
fired
in
up.
a few knives.
agree.
I'm giving some butter knives out, and we're gonna see what happens.
Fearless so far. I mean, he's shown the way. I haven't had a whole lot of laps under green to see what if Royer or Shite can run them down on the top. It seems like every time we kind of get some momentum going, the caution's back out. Kenny Hoffman, though, he's one of the best guys on the sim. Avila's the same way. Royer and Shite. Shite won the Cappy, repping the top, so I wouldn't be surprised to see him come forward. Looks like Trevor Roy's checking out the berm down there, see what's going on. He probably won't be down there the whole race, so might as well look at it now.
An interesting way of checking that out, because it looked to me like he was having the brakes and getting the left front to lock up to see if there was any kind of grip at all down there.
He might have a spray bottle in there and just sprayed that left front. Simple green or something.
Well, I hope the admins ain't listening and they don't catch it. Gee, that'd be hard to explain.
It's Hard Knocks. You got to do anything to win.
It's either you're going to transfer to the air, you're going somewhere in the F or E or whatever. So I might take a chance too. You never know.
Green flag back out. Hoffman in second, trying to give chase to our race leader. Trevor Royer up on the high side in third. Shite following in his tire tracks. So we got 2 on the bottom, 2 on the high side. And Cody Bodie trying to find somewhere in the middle of all that.
49 and 39 sticking the bottom pretty good, and the 90 and the 10 following suit on the top. You know, in 15 laps, we'll see where they're at.
Got a great battle about 6 on back. Jay Schaff was there. He went to the top. 3 guys on the bottom just kind of rolled right. I think the bottom's coming in better than the top right now.
Cody Bodie's getting underneath Ryan Shite here.
Childers just drove it into the back end. Didn't quite catch who he drove it into the backside of, but yeah, man, that was close. Childers was able to hold on to it though, and we got one up and over big time.
Sander.
And that was a single car crash. He was all by himself.
Brisket for the biscuit. Oh, he got buttered.
Oh, calms a wall too. That's big time air on that one. That Knoxville cushion, it bites back, man. It got him. He got
I'm not
up the wall.
happy.
More drivers coming down pit road to get these race cars worked on. Pit crews earning their money here tonight, gentlemen.
You'll see a lot more of the same, I think, tomorrow night, especially when we get into like the C and on up.
Sounds like Dean Reynolds and Trey Schmidt, I think is who you said got into each other, maybe?
No,
Who was-
I think it was Childers. Childers was the car that was dead sideways and still got that thing squared away and going. I think he got into either the left or right rear of Dean Reynolds. We had it on the screen right when it happened, and we went towards the front because Bodie was thinking
Okay.
right there. So.
Whoever it was, Dean Reynolds is less than impressed with currently. I don't blame him. Getting run over is frustrating.
Yeah, taking them shots from behind is not, especially you're supposed to protect the bumper in front of you.
Got a minute left here in the work zone, according to Chris Roberts. King Yapper himself.
That shade?
No, it's a compliment. I've never seen somebody talk as much as what Chris Robert does. But I mean, the detail that he puts in iRacing and the DOB league is second to none. So I respect it. Give him a lot of I bust his balls a lot for it, but you know he puts a lot of effort, time, and money, and sacrifices a lot just to run the league. And he doesn't even race in it. So just sit back and watch a bunch of guys race cartoon cars around cartoon tracks. It takes a lot of dedication.
It does.
Null back there in like 23rd, but it looks like he's got his car fixed up. He's only one lap down, but at least he has a top wing and a nose wing now. He was running a winged sportsman there for a while.
Couple of cars slow on the inside. Is that David Allen? Yeah, David Allen's car very slow on the inside out of turn 4 right there. Everybody going by him.
Yeah, I believe he was out of line. I think he starts 21st. When he came out of the pits, he was up there around the leaders. So he's got to let everyone go around, but slow roll it so it doesn't bring another caution out here when we go back green.
There we go. Spot in line right in front of
Ace truck is into the infield. Here we go. Green flag back underway. Down to 13 laps to go in this A main.
Everybody's just fighting for every inch they can get. There's about 3 wide back there around 10th.
We got a pass for 4th. Bodie got by on the bottom, but Shite right outside the top 5 or top 4.
Schaff and Dean Reynolds got together down 1-2, back further in the field. Jeremy Childers ripping the top. He's one of the only cars in the middle of the pack here. Rip the top, and he's starting to pick them off one by one.
Battle's going to be for the lead right here out of turn number 2. Hoffman put his nose underneath the Villa right there. He's going to do it again in 3 and 4. Oh, caution, all that work. And Avila lost a car off of Ford. He's going to get the spot back.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, wow. I mean, yellow flag timing is everything.
Yes, it
This wreck
is.
was a hornet's nest that just turned into a disaster. Yeah, I would imagine that Mr. Hoffman Probably seeing a little red right at this moment. He worked and worked and worked to get there, get the pass done, and right when he gets it, caution. I don't know if he
Caution looks like Setzer. Setzer was a caution there. He just got up on the cushion, broke it loose. Grandy nowhere to go.
Yeah, as well. So Hoffman's going to have to go back to work again. He needs to tighten the belt, pull the gloves down, get that furrow out of his brow, get up on the wheel, and try to go after Avila. Now that Avila knows what he's going to do, I wouldn't be surprised to see the 49 car maybe just approach. Where Cody Bodie made his way up to, he's up to third now. He got around from the shite and got around for him.
The guy we highlighted in the heat race ripping the bottom was Joseph Johnson. He's made his way up to 5th, and he was running there right underneath Royer when Royer was ripping the top, so I don't know what Royer's going to do here, but Joseph Johnson's got a pretty good car on the bottom.
No guaranteed work time. I think we're getting ready to go back to it.
Yeah, we got 10 to go here, so no more guaranteed time in the work zone. It is basically your pace lap and 2 to green.
All right, here we go. Pace truck to the infield. Ryan on the throttle. Kenny Hoffman falling back just a little bit. Looks like he got caught napping there. Gonna have to regain that lost ground. Cody Bodie, Trevor Royer on the high side.
Joseph Johnson,
3rd and 4th.
He's right underneath him.
Yeah,
He's got a good car down there on the bottom. He's had a good car on the bottom all night.
Our biggest mover so far in this race is Childers, up 13 spots from where he started. That green number 11 is working the outside lane. Right there up on the cushion. We got an example. Yeah, we got 2 examples here. 2 of our biggest movers. One is on the bottom, one is on the high side. Both of them are making good ground.
Porter is committed to the top, and he'll be there probably the rest of the way. If one of these guys makes a mistake on the bottom and Royer can capitalize, he can get an insurance spot here. He's got a good run off the top here.
All it's going to take is for them to break their momentum on the bottom by missing it a foot. And as long as he doesn't jump up there and get in the mountains, he'll be okay. Just got to come back to him. He's got to be perfect in there. Perfect example of
He's pushing.
Yep.
He's pushing. He's starting to catch that cushion up there. The top 2 are just running away on the bottom right now.
The battle will shape up here. If it's going to, it needs to be right now for those last 2 spots, but I don't think so. Royer jumped all over the cushion. Brian Scheidt's going to work around it.
Yeah, Royer on the top there. I mean, you can get down there and run with on the bottom of those guys, but how are you going to pass them unless you go right through them? So, you know, we got a Hail Mary on the top, and if there's 2 guys that can do it, Scheidt and Royer, so they got 3 laps to go to do it.
Well, Hoffman still hasn't been able to do anything with Ryan Avila. He is all over that back bumper, just not able to get around him. That yellow flag really did him dirty.
Timing is everything.
That
impressed
it
with
is.
Joseph Johnson, Cody Bodie, 2 good runs, man. Cody Bodie holding up the 3rd and Joseph Johnson 4th. I mean, I don't really know the guy. I haven't seen him in DOB, but if this is his rookie run, this is pretty good performance.
White flag in the air, final time around. Here we go, down the backstretch.
Scheidt's got 4th going into the final corner here.
And Ryan Avila picks up the race win. Kenny Hoffman in 2nd.
Ryan Scheidt stole it in the last corner.
Cody Bodie 3rd. Ryan Scheidt brings it home in 4th. Johnson Royer, Schmidt, Childers, Whiteman, and Posey make up your top 10. Go ahead and look at the rest of our results. Ross Marenta in 11th, Rick Main 12th, 13th, Jesse Dacus, Jace Schaff in 14th, 15th, Nancy Beasley, Dean Reynolds in 16th spot. 17th goes to Tyler Lucy, David Allen in 18th, 19th, Brian Strain, Weston Newell, first car 1 lap down, and 20th, Jason Setzer, Joseph Grandy, Tayton Sander, and Brandon Steele, your 24 car field. Gentlemen, that was a hard Knox night. Holy cow.
A good racing all night. A lot of guys made mistakes and others capitalized.
All right, Andrew, you ready for some interviews?
I'll do my best.
All right, well, you get the first one, and that is none other than our race winner.
Ryan, this is Andrew up in a booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, what's up?
Hey man, I've known you for a little bit. I guess we've raced a lot of leagues together, so it's pretty cool to see you come out here and win. Talk about your race a little bit here. You looked like you moved around there, ripping a top at the beginning, had to move down to the bottom, made a mistake there. Talk about it a little bit.
Yeah, I got super unfortunate in the beginning. Just I'm not set up where I want to be, so couldn't run the top, and at the end I was getting pretty tight on the bottom, so not the best setup wise, but kind of my fault. I made the changes I shouldn't have, but a solid race all around. Just not too proud of myself to be in the hard knocks night, but yeah, so looking to put it in the show now. So
yeah, you locked it into the A main tomorrow night. I mean, what were you thinking there? It looked like you made a mistake up on the top. Kenny got around you on the bottom, and then caution comes out. Were you thinking that you gotta head down to the bottom, or what was the thought process on that restart?
Well, I had tried the bottom and I was getting super tight, so I moved my wing forward and I would get caught up in the slick and had let him by, so went to the top in 3 and 4, see if I can get a run, and there was just nothing where I wanted to run, so got super unlucky, and my right front caught in the curb, so it started like bouncing, and got super lucky with a caution to come out right when he passed me. But yeah, the bottom was just, I think it just had too much grip to where I couldn't run it, but yeah, all over. A good night.
Hey, you end up on the first position. I mean, you can't complain about that. I mean, is there anybody you want to thank here?
I gotta thank all you guys for putting on the broadcasts. I know this is that was like a quick thing to put up. Obviously Chris with the league, having all of us guys run it, over 100 entries, which is sick. I gotta thank Blake Carrick, Tanner Pettit Racing, Jimmy P. Mac Tools, 1425 Photography, Ace Up Sim Sports, CD Simtography, Trackside Collective, Blake Carrick Racing, Ethan Johnson at the Late Models helping us out on that side, and just yeah, all over a good night, and hopefully we can make some good progress in 50 laps.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll be all right if you run like that tomorrow night. Congratulations, and we'll see you tomorrow night.
Thank you.
All right, there you have it, Brian. One of our transfers from the Hard Knocks night. Now we move on to Kenny Hoffman. Mr. Hoffman, you got your ears on, bud?
Yeah, what's up?
Man, how you doing? A great run there, bringing it home in second place here on Hard Knocks, transferring into the A main tomorrow night.
Yeah, doing well, thanks. I definitely good to bounce back after our prelim effort. Just wasn't able to qualify well, and it just kind of screwed us the whole night. So yeah, to just put a full night together. I mean, we still didn't really qualify that great, but for going out, almost dead last there, it wasn't terrible. So just lucky to go 5-1 in the heat race, and just put me in a good spot for the feature.
Well, we saw you in that heat race go 5-1, work the bottom side, and then in the A main, still kind of really committed to the bottom lane. What were you seeing out there that let you know it was time for that bottom lane to shine?
It's just something that me and Knoxville and the inside just kind of click really well. It's something that I've just learned to run really consistently. Ran in the pro race, was battling for a podium there, just running the bottom, and it's just something that I just can keep control of the car and just like I said, run consistently, because that's what puts you up front. And bigger races, just being consistent. So yeah.
All right, man. Shout outs, thank yous. Anything you need to add for the second place finish tonight?
Just shout out to Chris for putting the event on, and thanks for broadcasting this event. It was nice talking to you again.
You betcha, man. Nice job bringing it home in second place. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow night.
Yep, thank you.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen, our second place finisher. Roger, you ready for third?
We got to do third and fourth, but I will grab Mr. Bodie. Cody, Bodie, you got a copy?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, man. Hard fought to get the third place tonight. Tell us a little bit about the feature, and are you excited to be locked in for tomorrow night and not have to go through all that soup?
Oh, I'm so relieved that I don't have to go through that soup. I get to sit and watch a lot of good racing tomorrow night, hopefully. As soon as I joined into Discord tonight, everybody's like, "What are you doing here? What are you doing here? You shouldn't be here." And I'm like, "I'm gonna lock in tonight, boys. Just watch." And we parked it, so we locked in. We're good. The track was super technical. It turned out exactly how we thought it was going to be. So the car came to us a little rough on the start, but we managed to, traffic wasn't right in front of us, so we were able to just move right around him and put ourselves in a transfer.
Well, you got locked in on the bottom, and you had Ryan Scheidt and Trevor Royer up on the top. Those guys are always tough customers. Looked like the bottom. It was just, you had to be about as perfect there as you did on the top. Are you able to manage that, knowing you're running some of the toughest guys at the front?
Honestly, I was just kind of hoping that they would mess up enough that it would just work, that I could get around them on the bottom. But they were tough. They ran really good lines up top. Even when I ran up top right behind them, they were pulling me, and I'm like, I can't do it. I can't run up here with them. I gotta do something else. So I had to run down to the bottom. And once I got it figured out on the bottom, then I was like, all right, I got this, and just kind of got a rhythm. Once we got those green flag laps in, got my rhythm, got around them, and it was good from there.
Well, awesome run, man. Some shout outs, thank yous, and we'll let you go start getting ready for the big show tomorrow night.
Yeah, I got to thank Aiden and rtbsimracing.com. They really got me digging this week, and pretty much every week on the officials, they definitely got me digging. I also got to thank Metcalf Cinematography for doing all my pictures. He does great, awesome, wonderful, beautiful pictures. And Bay Smokes, Rogue Energy, go check them all out.
All right, man. Congrats on the run. We'll look forward to seeing what you can do in the feature tomorrow night.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Cody Bodie finished in third. All right. Who's going to grab Mr. Ryan Scheidt? Talk to him about locking in tonight.
Chris Roberts.
The only guy that hasn't done an interview yet. So yeah, why not?
I guess why not?
Yeah, there you go. Rip it.
All right, Ryan. Well, congrats on making the show for tomorrow. I mean, you showed us how it was done Sunday night and had a rough little prelim, but well, I don't know about rough. I mean, you were 13th in the B for tomorrow, but you done got her locked in. How's that feel?
Pretty good for sure, considering pretty rough start to that feature there. Ended up with damage and was not thinking I'd actually be able to compete, but thankfully the damage didn't slow my speed down. It just affected how it drove. So I had to switch my thumbs around on the spokes and the wheel so I could drive it straight.
Nice. I was watching you guys from my overview shot from up in the tower there, and I saw you and Royer kind of the last two run to the top. Looked like, the top four, they were all running the bottom and pulling away from you guys, and then all of a sudden coming across the line, I saw you got that fourth spot. So I saw you get by Royer, but how'd you end up getting that final transfer spot?
Well, it took so many laps to figure out how the nose was going to point. Running the cushion and finding like the fine line with how far back I needed my wing once I kind of figured out how different the car was going to react based off what I was expecting without damage. So I just didn't let off the last couple laps and thankfully got it done.
Cool deal. So rolling off 24th tomorrow night, you think you can do what you did on Sunday?
If I can stay out of trouble, I don't know if I could compete for a win, but I'll definitely be up there close.
All right, sounds good, man. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for the support. These guys always say, you got any people to thank and whatnot before we let you go?
Yeah, absolutely. All the guys at BDM, Tim Nichols with Tim Sims, Ross at Velocity Designs, Nate at Totally Tinted, Zach at Rounds, Wraps, and Tents, KR and Roger for broadcasting, and you for putting this stuff on.
All right, thanks, buddy. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow night.
Yep, thanks.
All right, gentlemen, there we go. That about wraps it up. So, Roger, Andrew, what do y'all think about tonight?
I came in late. I didn't see a lot of the heat racing. But what I did see, it looks like the intensity's ratcheting up. That's just going to continue through tomorrow night. Start with that E main. Guys know, you don't get a transfer spot, you're done for another year. So I think that intensity will just get higher and higher and higher. And some guys are going to risk it for the biscuit. Talk about the risk reward, all those things. I think you'll see a lot of that tomorrow night. I'd be interested to see who comes out and transfers in from all the soup. And then who can go on to victory, because you're going to have 24 of the best guys, period, in there trying to win this Knoxville National.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. The higher in the mains you get, the more intense it's going to be. Guys are going to make more mistakes trying to run and get those last transfer spots. And if the guys that can make it in do make it in, you got 225 lap A main, so essentially that's changing your right rear, and you got a whole second feature to go. So if you can make up spots in that first 25, you might be good to go for the second, right, Chris? Or is it 50 straight?
No, it's the standard 225. We did that 50 straight to 1 year, and it was not the best format to use. So went back with the twin 25s, and I mean, Landon up front, he's going to be hard to beat. Nygaard looked fast the other night, but I mean, go back and look at last year. Gunnar Harris come from mid-pack, kept his nose clean, got to the front there in that first half of the race, and then ended up winning the thing in the second half. So just because you're not up front don't mean you can't win tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you start back there, even the guys that qualified tonight, Scheidt is really fast, and he'll make it happen. Avila, Hoffman, all those guys are going to make their way up through the field and be probably in the top 10 for the back half of those 25. And you can win it from anywhere because you have that reset at the halfway point. So I'm excited. Hopefully I can get myself in and see what I can do. But if not, then I'll watch, I guess.
Well, all right, gentlemen. I guess that'll do it for us here tonight. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Roger, this is your show. I'll let you sign us out.
I'm on your channel, but I'm going to do it anyway. I want to thank everybody in Fanland for coming in. Without you guys, there's no reason for us to do this. With all the great leads, goodness, fantastic racing like we saw again here tonight. We'll see tomorrow night as well. There's nothing for us to cover. High fives and pats on the back all the way around. Till we see you the next time. Peace and love to everybody. Keep the rough side facing down for us. Until you come and see us again, keep it dirty. Good night, y'all.